Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Life Awards 2025, where we shall recognize a number of exceptional projects for their exceptional contributions to protecting the environment under the EU LIFE program. This is an awards ceremony, so we need a little more excitement. Hold on, no, you're too late now. I'll re-announce, and then I'll have double the sound that you just made. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Life Awards 2025. My name is Ali El Jabri. I'm a TV presenter and journalist. I've covered various environmental issues for various media outlets. It's a great pleasure to be with you. Let me tell you a few things about the EU LIFE program. It is the European Union's environmental protection program implemented by CINEA, the European Climate Infrastructure and Environment Executive Agency. And they fund thousands of projects. A lot of money is involved, carried out by scientists, the industries, civil society, as well as the public sector in such areas as biodiversity or improving the quality of our water and air and soil, but also climate action and mitigation. And in that sense, then, this program touches the lives of virtually all Europeans on a daily basis, improving the quality of their life. And today, at the kickoff of the European Green Week, we spotlight a number of exceptional projects that have contributed to the EU LIFE program. There are various categories, and one of them is the Citizens' Prize. This is where you decide who is the winner from the shortlisted candidates. So please cast your votes, because we will be closing the vote in not too long. And to do so, you need to scan a QR code. It should appear behind me in not too long. There it is. Or visit lifeawards.eu. So make the time to pick your favorite candidate. Also join us on the socials using hashtag LifeAwards25 and EU Green Week. Now, before we move on, because I'm sure you've had a long day, we do need an energizer. May I kindly ask, if you want and can, that you stand up for a moment. All right. Now just focus on yourself. You may close your eyes or look down. The commissioner is already closing her eyes, so you may follow suit. And focus on your breath. Imagine yourself being in a beautiful forest. There's sunshine, a light breeze, and you deeply breathe in the air of the forest through your nose. And you blow it out through your mouth. We do this one more time. In through the nose, air of the forest. Out through the mouth. Your next cycle is breathing in and putting your right arm up as you breathe in. Right arm up. Breathe out, putting it down. We do the same with the other arm. In. Who wants to sing a song? Arm down, breathing out. Excellent. Now you may open your eyes and we'll have a little light in the room, if AV can give us that. It's scientifically proved that compared to people spending time in urban environments, in nature we are a lot more connected. This is why we make measurably longer eye contact. So I invite you to look around and make eye contact greeting people. And it only counts if it's 3 seconds at least. Mr. Child? Madam Commissioner? Hello. Excellent. Can we have a little more light in the room? Now we take it up a notch, and you still make the eye contact. Simultaneously, you bow, as they do in so many cultures. Turn around, 360 degrees. Hello, madam. Sir. Hello. Excellent. Now, if we want to protect the environment, we need to work as a team. So what you do now is you high five as many people as possible with the sound of thunder. All right, I believe you are sufficiently warmed up. Give yourself an applause as you take your seat. Now, to officially kick off our award ceremony, I am more than delighted to give the floor to the European Commissioner for Environment, Water Resilience and Competitive Circular Economy, Madam Jessica Roswall. Give her a warm applause. First high five.
Thank you very much, Mr. Al-Jabberi, for your kind introduction. And also, I close my eyes directly because when I hear birds, that's maybe a bad habit, but I close my eyes, and I'm in the woods often, so never know what's happened. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, welcome to the 19th edition of the Life Awards. I look forward to celebrating with you a best of in environmental and climate action. For over 30 years, the LIFE program has been at the core of the EU's efforts in these areas, supporting 6,000 projects across Europe and beyond. Just very recently, we associated Montenegro to LIFE. LIFE is unique. It's a fertile testing ground, a place where ambitious ideas turn into solutions ready to be scaled up. And more than anything else, LIFE is a partnership between the economy and nature, a partnership between businesses and civil society, between the EU and local organizations. And every LIFE project is a testament to the value of this approach. I had myself an opportunity to visit a wonderful LIFE project in Italy a few weeks ago. And wherever I go, I try to integrate LIFE projects in my traveling schedule. Tonight, we put the spotlight on the projects that have made a great difference on the ground, where inspiration, innovation, and impact meet. Out of more than 100 remarkable projects, we have selected 9 amazing finalists. Congratulations to all of you. You are really the star of this evening. Our jury had a tough job selecting the winners for the 3 categories: nature and biodiversity, circular economy and quality of life, and climate action. But that's not all. More than 2,000 of you have cast your votes online for your favorite project in the Citizens' Prize. If you haven't voted, exactly as earlier said, you can still do it, but be quickly because voting are closing in just a few minutes. It's a little bit like the Eurovision Song Contest. Maybe better, I don't know. We have also a new award this year, the Rising Star of Life. It celebrates a project that is not yet finished, but already making waves in the circular economy, which you know that is one of my absolute priorities and the theme also of this year's Green Week. But before we announce the winners, I just want to take a moment to thank the people and organizations behind this event. Thanks to the members of the jury, thanks to the teams of Cinea and DG Environment for organizing this wonderful event and for being the driving force behind the LIFE program. You have done a really great job. And I think we take it. And now I will continue to ask you to clap your hand, because also I want to thank the people and organizations behind the project. Not everyone gets rewarded tonight, but in many ways you are also the winners. Your vision, your enthusiasm, hard work to move Europe forward and make the green transition is a reality. You help us create more resilient ecosystems, innovate green business models, and drive progress towards a clean future. You are the change makers, and we are honored to be a part of that journey. I know that there are previous award winners watching now, eager to see their successors. Finally, just a special shout out to all of those who have voted. You, everyone, you have all been very engaged in the project and helped to spread their stories. Now, let LIFE Awards truly begin. Let's shine a light on the best of the best, and let's be inspired, motivated, and energized to create a more sustainable and innovative future for Europe and beyond. Thank you very much, and good luck to everybody.
Thank you very much, Madam Commissioner. I think we can be happy that we have an Environment Commissioner who closes her eyes when she hears birds. That is a good sign. Please give her one more applause. Now, before we truly start the awards ceremony, as the Commissioner already alluded to, we have, let's say, a special welcome for an ongoing project that is a rising star in circular futures. And before I tell you who they are, allow me to invite to the floor the Acting Director General at DG Environment, Mr. Patrick Child. Here he is. It's the bumper, Patrick. We have to wait. So, Patrick, congrats on organizing this fantastic event. Before we tell people who the special mention goes to, I have two questions for you. Why is it important to recognize a project in circular economy, apart from the fact that it is a priority for the Commissioner? You just have to do what she says.
Well, I mean, thanks very much, Ali, and it's great to be here. And really, the credit for organising goes to many others. But no, I mean, the exciting thing this time is we are indeed introducing this new category, the Special Award. So it's an award which is picking out a project which best aligns on the political priorities of the Commission. So the fact that it chimes well with the Commissioner's priorities, as well as being the centre of the theme of this conference, I think is why we're going in this direction. But it's also highlighting a project which has a very direct and practical impact on people's lives. So something that makes the circular economy...
I'll just help you hold it closer.
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm neither usually. Okay. It makes the circular economy really visible, tangible, and direct at a time when we're all thinking about how we can improve sustainability, reduce our material footprint, and bringing that really close to citizens' direct awareness is, I think, very, very important.
So these are the excellent reasons why it is a priority to the Commission. Why is it important to particularly the LIFE program?
Well, the LIFE program, as everyone here knows, is the dedicated EU funding program for climate, environment, and energy projects. And it's the only program we have which is specifically dedicated to that. This occasion is the moment when we showcase a few of the amazingly successful projects that we have. We have a budget of a relatively small budget in EU terms of 5.4 billion euros over the financial perspectives period. It addresses all the different dimensions of our policy, sustainability, circularity, pollution, and over the years we've supported 6,000 projects. As I travel around, particularly in my role as mission manager for the EU's mission on climate neutral and smart cities, it is very rare that I visit a city that doesn't have a successful LIFE project as the highlight of it. So having this one project, which is the special new prize, I think is a particular honor, but which I hope can be shared with the wider community of the many, many thousands of people who, in one way or another, over the years have contributed to the success of the LIFE program.
Excellent. Shall we reveal who they are?
Yeah, let's do that.
Excellent. For that, we have a video. Here it is.
A video, okay. Cool.
E-commerce has revolutionized shopping, but brought with it a surge in packaging waste. In 2020, 20 billion parcels were shipped around Europe, mostly in single-use cardboard. Denmark's Rezip offers a sustainable solution. Circular packaging that can be reused up to 30 times before recycling. After use, customers return it via drop-off points, where it's cleaned and recirculated. From 2022 to 2025, Rezip is testing its system in Belgium, France, and Germany. Partners receive software, packaging, and support to set up national return hubs using existing parcel shop and local networks. With an ambitious 75% return rate target, Rezip aims to circulate 120 million packages, cut 17,000 tons of waste, reduce CO2 by 18,000 tons, and save 12,000 cubic meters of water, proving that circular logistics can deliver for the planet and the parcel.
LIFE Rezip, everyone. So I invite to the floor the representative of this fantastic project, Daniel Nygaard. Here he is. Give him an applause.
You want me to hold something?
So here's a certificate.
Okay, but am I giving the certificate or asking the
Oh,
question?
and he's giving you a package. That's brilliant. So it's an
It'll turn on.
exchange.
When you talk, it'll turn on. But you have to hold it about here,
All right.
apparently.
Yeah, I'm also not used to this.
Don't worry.
Daniel, come a little closer.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe
Yeah.
now receive the certificate
Okay,
and hold it together.
okay,
Then you can have this.
Where's the cameraman or woman?
okay, hang on.
And look at the camera. This is just practicing for the awards, yes? Smile beautifully, it's here.
Over there.
All right.
Well, Daniel,
Congratulations, Daniel. Here's a few questions from Patrick.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, well, look, congratulations on your success and a really exciting and innovative circular solution to packaging for e-commerce. Can you share with us a little bit, what was your inspiration? Where did you get the idea? And how do you see it sort of responding to needs or demands of the population?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for this award. It means a lot to us and the team back in Aarhus, Denmark. I am sure that they are cheering back home right now, as well as the rest of the consortium in the project. Raja Belgium, Raja France, Militech in Germany, and Boost in Sweden. This goes out to you as well. As a European, we order on average 20 orders online every year. So that adds up to like 10 billion e-commerce orders every year. Now we have created this reusable cardboard box, and if we just use that one extra time instead of throwing it to recycling, then we can actually have the waste from e-commerce packaging just by circulating it once. So we haven't designed a solution with plastics that we have to rely on rotations for like 10 or 20 times. If we just reuse it once, and it can be used more, but if we just reuse it once, then we actually halve the waste. And I'm really happy to hear that Jessica is so much focused on waste.
No, well, thanks very much. A wonderful idea. But what do you see as the sort of main factors, the main challenges to scaling it up to something that people are going to embrace in a massive scale and therefore make a real difference to our materials footprint?
I mean, first of all, this is a cultural thing, right? Because people looks at a cardboard box and they see a single-use product that they should just trash and put for recycling. So this is a cultural change, and it's hard to change culture. So that is the first really huge barrier. And then second, we are creating an infrastructure. Right now we are using the Life to create a return logistics infrastructure to actually make it possible for these packagings to rotate around Europe and come back for refurbishment to be sold again. So creating a infrastructure, that is also a huge barrier. And third, if I may, I mean, the entire economy is based on linear thinking, and now we have some circular solution that comes with issues that we need some political will to address, and therefore I'm really happy that we first of all got the Life program, and now we have this award. It means really much to us in the project, and also for the journey of reusable packaging.
No, Daniel, thank you very much indeed for sharing those thoughts with us, and congratulations on your success. I mean, the fact that we have this huge conference, the European Green Week, with so many people passionate about the circular economy, having also now in their minds, in their hands, a really practical and workable solution, which will, I'm sure, resonate through the discussions in the next couple of days. So thank you again for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Patrick, and congratulations one more time, Daniel. By the way, Daniel, in addition to the certificate, you will be getting a tree planted in Denmark in your name, so contributing. Now we truly start the awards ceremony. As said, out of a very large pool of projects, 9 projects have been selected, 3 per category. And the categories are 1, nature protection and biodiversity, 2, circular economy and quality of life, and 3, climate action. An expert jury consisting of 3 members has selected the winner per category, and they will be presenting the award. So let's start with the first category. You're ready for that? So we're starting with circular economy and quality of life. Of course, if we want to maintain our quality of life and protect the environment, then we need a paradigm shift towards circularity. And there are 3 finalists who have contributed excellent projects to do so. Here's a video to introduce you to them.
Air pollution is Ireland's biggest environmental health threat. It caused more than 1,700 premature deaths in 2022. Gaps in modelling and forecasting have made it tough to tackle. Life Emerald changed that. Led by the Environmental Protection Agency, the project transformed air quality management. Through implementation and customization of the Life Atmosys air quality modelling system, it delivered near real-time air quality maps and high pollutant mapping. and pioneered Ireland's first 3-day air quality forecasting system. Authorities across Ireland can now identify pollution hotspots and support action. Local communities were also engaged, with 100,000 citizens reached through awareness campaigns. A residential fuel survey and advanced modelling tools help target pollution at source. With better data, stronger policies and bold action, Ireland is better equipped to protect air quality and public health. Hexachlorocyclone hexane, or HCH, is a toxic pollutant that lingers in water, soil, and food chains. Across Europe, over 250,000 tons of HCH waste threaten ecosystems and human health. The Life Pop Watt project introduced Wetland Plus technology, a cost-effective, nature-based system that filters pollutants using engineered wetlands. A large-scale pilot in Czechia proved its effectiveness, cutting HCH contamination in stream water by up to 99%. Over 27 months, 131,000 cubic meters of water were treated, removing nearly 13 kilograms of HCH. Biodiversity improved, key replication sites were identified, and a technology guide was developed to support future implementation. With its innovative approach, Life Pop Watt delivers a practical, sustainable solution to one of Europe's most persistent pollution challenges. Southern Europe's wildfires are becoming more intense. In 2017, Portugal and Spain experienced their deadliest fire season, ravaging forests and communities. The cause? Rural depopulation, flammable landscapes, and invasive species. Through Life Landscape Fire, local and regional authorities in Portugal and Spain set out to break this cycle. In Portugal's Viseu down Lafões and Spain's Extremadura region, fire breaks, controlled burns, and targeted grazing restored ecosystems, while reducing the costs associated with fire prevention by up to 90%. Over 5 years, 1,110 hectares were treated, 300 operators trained, and local farmers engaged in sustainable land management. By blending tradition with innovation, Life Landscape Fire shows that smart land management can protect both nature and people from catastrophic wildfires.
Congratulations to all three projects for making it to the finals. Now I invite to the floor to announce to you who the winner is. A member of the jury, and they are three, municipal councillor in Athens and chair of the Envy Committee at the Committee of the Regions, Mr. Kostas Bakoyannis.
It is a privilege and a pleasure to be with you this evening, representing Europe's local communities on behalf of our Committee of the Regions. After all, environmental protection is about top-down policy, but bottom-up action. Now, I'm sure you realized that our work as jury members was really tough this year. So before I proceed, please join me in a round of applause for all our brilliant finalists. Take it from me, these projects were true sources of inspiration for all of us. But we had to decide on one. And we had to think about replicability, and we also had to think about how the project can be relevant to EU's objectives. So after careful consideration, we have concluded on one project that was particularly impressive for two reasons. One, innovation on the ground, and two, its potential to be a best practice throughout Europe. So here, I'm supposed to briefly pause to build up some suspense. Do you feel the suspense? Great. And the winner of the Circular Economy and Quality of Life Award is Life Pop what? Innovative technology based on constructed wetlands for treatment of pesticide-contaminated waters. Congratulations.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Pavla, congratulations. And Miroslav, congratulations. May I also invite to the floor Patrick Child to hand over the certificate, and then we're really complete. There he is. Excellent. I'll give you the award quickly. Now, I suggest perhaps, Kostas, you go to the right, so the winners are right in the middle. And then you hand it over. Camera set. Everyone ready? Okay, while you give the applause, the trophy is handed over. Go for it. All right, brilliant. Now, as everyone goes to their seats, who remains is Miroslav for your little, let's say, Oscar speech.
Okay. It doesn't work. Works? Yeah. Whew. I have to say that I was shocked already when I was nominated, or our project was nominated. I'm shocked again here that we are the winner of the award. I have to thank the program Life, not just for this award, but for the supporting of the research, our research, but research to everyone who is here, and especially the international cooperation, because in our project we had 4 countries, and due to the money from Life, we could cooperate and find a solution which is applied for everyone. I want to thank Pavla here, because she made all the boring things of the management, which of course for us as a scientists are really boring. And I would like also to thank Diamo company, who is the site owner and help us to install the technology there and do the monitoring and the things. Even now, when the project is finished, we continue with the monitoring, and we hope we will publish the results after a few years. So the technology is simple. We try to clean water which is contaminated by pesticides, by linden in this case, but it can be applied to any other potential similar contaminants in the other countries. We have plans to try to multiply it for another sites. So thank you again for this award, and I hope that you all will once win the award.
Congratulations one more time, Miroslav. We will show you a cartoon impression of your project. Here it comes. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
The frogs are really on the side. They are really on the side.
Thank you so much. Let me quickly note that the voting for the Citizens Award is now closed. I hope that you have casted your vote. Let us quickly move to the second category, and that is nature protection and biodiversity. And this is about protecting nature for ourselves and for the many species that we share the planet with. So who are the finalists? Here's the video.
Once extinct in the Dinaric Alps, the lynx rebounded in the 1970s. Inbreeding and habitat challenges put the population at risk again. Without intervention, it would disappear forever. Led by the Slovenia Forest Service and regional partners, Life Lynx worked to restore genetic diversity. Lynx from the Carpathians were introduced to Slovenia and Croatia. 12 were released into the Dinaric Mountains and 6 in the Alps, expanding their range by 2,000 square kilometers. Over almost 7 years, the project stabilized new territories, reduced inbreeding, and developed long-term cross-border conservation plans. Local communities were engaged through education, events, and documentaries. With stronger genetic health and better protection, the lynx has a brighter future. Life Lynx proves that science, conservation, and collaboration can bring a species back from the brink. Denmark's raised bogs are unique ecosystems, vital for biodiversity and climate regulation, but human activity has drained and degraded them. Life Raised Bogs, a cooperation between 6 Danish municipalities and the Danish Nature Agency, works to reverse this damage. Focused on 1,394 hectares across 10 sub-project areas, the project aims to restore the hydrology of these critical habitats and secure a favorable conservation status for active raised bogs. Through hydrological improvements, unwanted vegetation removal, and peat accumulation restoration, Life Raised Bogs benefit species like water beetles and dragonflies. Over 7 years, the project has improved 660 hectares of raised bogs and created 514 hectares of buffer zones. The project includes agreements with 70 landowners. While full restoration will take decades, Life Raised Bogs is a vital step in reviving these ecosystems, enhancing biodiversity, reducing CO2 emissions, and providing a model for wetland rehabilitation across Europe. Protecting nature starts with understanding it. In Bavaria, many people didn't know what Natura 2000 was or why it matters. As Europe's largest network of protected areas, it's vital for preserving biodiversity. Without public support, safeguarding these habitats becomes a challenge. Over 7 years, Life Living Natura 2000 aimed to inform, inspire, and shift perceptions. Led by the Bavarian Academy of Nature Conservation, together with the Bavarian Ministry of the Environment, the project launched an ambitious awareness campaign across the region. From billboards and podcasts to celebrity ambassadors and hiking guides, it reached over 25 million people. The documentary, It's My Nature, brought Natura 2000's beauty and purpose to life. By reconnecting people with their natural heritage, the project demonstrated that protecting the environment isn't just about regulations, it's about preserving our way of life.
All right, warmest congratulations to the 3 finalists in the Nature Protection and Biodiversity category. Now, let's tell you who is the winner. And for that, I invite to the floor Professor of Environmental Governance at Antwerp University, and until recently, the Executive Director at the European Environment Agency, Mr. Hans Bruinings.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with you. It was an even greater pleasure to look at the finalists in this category, and they are all part of a strong tradition of nature projects in support of the European nature legislation. And I think it's important to continue that tradition at times when there is pressure on investing in nature because other priorities in this crazy world seem to get stronger support. So I think that needed to be said. So we are looking at projects that do what we ought to do, and that is to invest in nature as our best guarantee for a resilient future. And as a jury, we had the pleasure to look at 3 exceptionally strong candidates that all respond not only to what we call traditional nature protection, but also to the future that is connected to nature restoration and to connecting our own well-being much stronger to nature than we may have done in the past. So looking at the criteria, we have selected a project that ticks all, or maybe all, the boxes. A project that is inspiring because it includes efforts across multiple locations, that involves unlikely allies for nature protection, and that speaks to the imagination. So the winner of the 2025 Life Nature Award is LifeLinks.
Congratulations, LifeLinks, and welcome. What is your name, sir? Rock. And Gregor. Gregor, turn around a little bit, Gregor, to the audience. Okay. All right, so they can see you. And I invite one more time, on behalf of the Commission, Mr. Patrick Child. All right, so here comes the trophy. All right, please hand over the trophy and smile beautifully for the picture. Brilliant. I thank Patrick and I thank you, Hans. And as you take your seat, I hand over the floor to the winners for a quick winning speech.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really happy to receive this award. There's a saying, if you go alone, you can come fast, but if you go together, you can come far. And saving our lynx population took about 20 years. And the LIFE program enabled us this, that we joined forces, the hunters, the foresters, the nature conservationists, ministries, and we joined also 5 different countries with one goal to save a population from the extinction. So within 20 years we came far. So I think the lynx is really thankful to the life that he can continue the existence in our forests. And hopes that we will continue to connect his habitat for the future and connect the population so this inbreeding, what we saved, won't happen again and the life as LifeLinks won't be necessary again.
Thank you very much. Congratulations one more time. LifeLinks, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have a cartoon rendition of the LifeLinks project. Here it is. Our third category is about climate action. So, what are the 3 finalists that have worked on climate mitigation and climate adaptation? Here's the video to tell you.
Mediterranean ecosystems are on the front line of climate change. Rising temperatures, prolonged droughts, and extreme weather events like heat waves, heavy rains, and windstorms accelerate desertification, threatening water supplies, soil health, and biodiversity. From 2017 to 2023, Life Desert Adapt tested desertification adaptation models, innovative land management systems to restore degraded land and build resilience. These solutions strengthened ecosystems while protecting farmers. In Italy, Spain, and Portugal, 836 hectares were managed using climate-adapted methods like reforestation, soil conservation, and water-saving techniques. The project boosted biodiversity, increased carbon sequestration, and improved farm incomes. A farmer adoption system and commercial partnerships were developed to scale these solutions to more communities. With desertification set to intensify by 2050, Life Desert Adapt shows how sustainable land management can safeguard the future of Mediterranean nature and agriculture. Fluorinated gases, F-gases, make up a fraction of global emissions, but their impact is immense. Some are thousands of times more potent than CO2. The EU's F-gas regulation aims to phase out the most harmful HFC, hydrofluorocarbon gases in the coming decades, pushing industries towards climate-friendly alternatives. Life Natural HVR for Life, led by Daikin, prototyped a combined air conditioning and refrigeration system using CO2 instead of F-gases. Trialed in shops and supermarkets across Europe, the system, known as the CO2 Convenipack, proved energy efficient and safe. The 21 units installed are estimated to prevent 133 tons of CO2 emissions over 10 years. With 2,625 more planned by 2028, savings could reach 16,695 tons. Daikin-trained technicians developed service manuals and informed policymakers, paving the way for an F-gas-free future if industries act now. Climate change is reshaping ecosystems, affecting habitats and species. Protected area management must evolve to meet these challenges. But climate adaptation remains overlooked in conservation planning. The Life Nature Adapt project set out to change this. Between 2018 and 2023, Réserve Naturelle de France, RNF, developed a pioneering methodology to help protected area managers integrate climate adaptation into their work. Tested on 21 sites, it introduced a collaborative approach to assess vulnerabilities and create adaptation plans. Inspired by NatureAdapt, more than 70 protected areas have adopted this approach. Life Biodive France will test the methodology in 5 protected areas in French overseas territories and 5 Natura 2000 sites in mainland Europe. A dedicated platform connects over 1,300 site managers, bringing climate adaptation to the heart of conservation.
So congratulations to the 3 finalists. Who's the winner? This will be announced by writer, science storyteller and journalist, as well as EU Climate Pact Ambassador, Sarah Segantin.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, I had written something to say, but I've changed everything. Because you asked me before, what's my shorter story about climate change? And I told you that I think that nowadays, the only thing that can hold the world together are relationships within people and with our planet. Talking climate now means talking fire, floods, human disasters, threat to livelihoods. But it also means to talk about opportunities, about building communities, about changing the roots of our system of relationship within ourselves and with the planet. That's why I am so pleased to tell you, yes, I have a scientific proof of a project that among all the outstanding projects we were reviewing, showed us that we can put economics and people together, that we can work on a very, very hard place in Europe, the Mediterranean landscapes. We can turn hectares of land in Italy, Spain, and Portugal into laboratories of resilience. We can build alliances, and we can really change our view of this world. That's why for the nature-based approach, for the people-based approach, for the interactive and relationship-based approach, that I'm really pleased to announce the winner of this Climate Award 2025, which is Life Desert Adapt project.
All right, Life Desert Adapt. Congratulations, represented, if I'm not mistaken, by Simona Castaldi. Congrats to you. And may I please invite, on behalf of the European Commissioner, Director at DG Climate Action, Elena Bardram. Give her an applause. And here comes the trophy. Please hand it over to the winner.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sarah, if you could stand a little closer, we'll have a nice picture moment. And as Elena and Sarah leave the stage, the floor is yours for your little Oscar-winning speech.
Thank you, thank you. So really, I'm grateful on behalf of all the project partners to the LIFE program and to all the people of the LIFE program. Have you seen now that we're so excited together with us, and they were so helpful throughout all the project in these 6 years, and they help us to make it possible. So thanks to all my partners. You have to imagine that our partners were farmers, landowners, and municipalities in these very, very little places in the middle of rural areas of Portugal, Spain, and Italy, where sometimes life is really tough. And the great thing of LIFE, of this LIFE project, and this is why I love the LIFE project in general, is that they brought us together as a community, sharing different languages on a common goal. And the thing was that at the end of it, people was feeling less lonely, was feeling less abandoned, was having a different idea of what Europe is, speaking in different language all together for a common goal. And this award is for them, and this project was for them, because they fight really every day with all the possible difficulties. And we help them, but it's really them who are the core of the LIFE project. And this is why I love the LIFE project. Although I'm a scientist, I've done many, many projects of every kind for 20 years, but LIFE is unique in this respect. So I really hope that it will last forever. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Simona. Congrats. So here comes a cartoon rendition of the LIFE Desert Adapt project. Congrats to all the 3 winners so far, but we have one more winner, and that winner has been chosen by you. It is the winner of the Citizens Award. Before we tell you who the winner is, we'll have a conversation by Director of CINEA, Paloma Abba Garrote. There she is. Give her a hand. How are you, Paloma?
Very well, thank you.
Excellent. So, Paloma, what sets the Citizens Prize apart from the other awards?
Well, this prize represents a unique and a strong connection between our environmental efforts and the citizens. You know, unlike the other categories where the winners were selected by experts, a jury of experts, and as you have said, you know, this prize has been the decision of many citizens across Europe who have taken the time to look at projects, reflect on the different impact, and also cast their votes. And it also reveals, you know, which initiatives get more, let's say, impact on the citizens, also those solutions which build more trust, and also those approaches which are most effective in engaging and mobilizing communities. So I would say that, you know, beyond giving an excellent, a recognition of excellence, the LIFE, it is being recognized that the LIFE program impact goes beyond, you know, measuring achievable income, environmental outcomes, but it's more about, you know, bringing benefits to the citizens, spark engagement, and drive action.
Excellent. Thanks for clarifying that. Now, what does the prize tell us about the role of European citizens in the green transition?
Well, you know, this prize is a strong reminder that citizens are not only recipients of environmental policy, but they are the active drivers in the green transition. Behind these inspiring stories that we have seen today, and many others that I have been seeing in my experience with the LIFE program, behind these projects there is the excellent work and engagement of all the people working in these projects. And there are also the communities who are accepting and getting the benefits of all these projects. So I would say that, you know, all these thousands of votes that we have received for these projects give us the momentum and give us the assurance that our environmental efforts are important, that climate action and environment is a priority and a joint responsibility, and that this is not about policy made in Brussels, but it's about, you know, constructing hand in hand with the citizens a green and resilient future for Europe.
Brilliant. A green and resilient future for Europe. Do we get one of those golden envelopes, or do you already know who the winner is?
No, I don't know.
There it is. All right, hold on before you read it. Do you have a feeling? No? Can we have maybe some drums? All right, who's the winner, Paloma?
And the winner is Life Links.
Please come forward. I'll take the microphone. Brilliant. So you're with us again. Perhaps move a little more to the center of the stage. Right. And the gentleman could be maybe standing here. Brilliant. I need to direct this for the photos. It's all about making this history. Now give them one more applause as they smile to the photographer. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Paloma. A quick question. So how do you feel?
What to say? I don't know.
What would the Lynx say?
Lynx is excited, I think, because of the collaboration of the people who helped him.
Great. Excellent. Give them one more round of applause. Congratulations. Thank you. Now we have a cartoon rendition of the projects of all the finalists. Here it is. Congratulations to all the projects and the beneficiaries, the links included. Now we have some closing remarks, and we're very close to the cocktail reception. And they will be delivered, not the cocktails, but the closing remarks, by Director at DG Klima, Elina Bardram.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure to join you on this day of celebrations. The world around us is relatively unsettled, and the geopolitics don't seem to be in favor of green ambitions. But seeing a community like this here today is really giving me personally hope, but it's also inspiring me as a policymaker to take our efforts to the next level. So I'd like to thank you all wholeheartedly for being here today. And I'd also like to congratulate all the 4 winners and also all the finalists. What I've seen here on screen is nothing short of amazing in terms of showing resolve, dedication, and creativity. It also shows collaboration and the power of networking. And I think this is all we need for maintaining the direction of travel. It also gives me great pleasure to note that the winner of the climate category this year is the Life Desert Adapt. As a director in charge of climate resilience, adaptation, and increasingly risk management, it is very, very important for us to see projects like Life Desert Adapt and other adaptation projects that have qualified for LIFE funding, because they give us a sense of not only things being able to happen, the can-do attitude, but also of replicability, the ability to build communities and networks across. And I think that applies to all LIFE projects, independent of the category. They all bring together people, they bring together regions, they bring together different communities, from businesses, from the economics to science, to citizen, to the civil society organizations, academia, scientists, and they truly can act as a platform for possibility. I think it's important it's important to remember in these quite distressed times that you have the power. And it is not fair to underestimate the influence you can take through top-down activities, through showing the actual concrete, tangible projects and the impact they can have on citizens, but on the economy and society at large. Your tangible work, you show that change we wish for the world is possible. Whether you are winners, and I think all of you, all of the projects chosen really are winners, runners-up or participants with a powerful vision, I urge you to continue striving for excellence. While the LIFE program and European Green Deal offer strong foundations, they are only a part of a broader ongoing journey towards sustainability. Our efforts today are essential steps in preserving our natural heritage, fostering circular economy, solutions, and enhancing our collective resilience at face of the climate change and economic environmental damages. Before concluding, I really invite you to enjoy the cocktails. I know I'm standing between you and those. Network, exchange experiences, war stories, inspire each other and go home feeling empowered, even more empowered than you have been before. We can be each other's multipliers if we put our heads to it. And that is very important as well. Finally, I thank you for your participation and presence and wish you a safe journey home. The Commission will stay the course, but we can only do it if we do it together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elina, for staying the course, among others. Now, before I announce the cocktail, I invite, before you leave the room, all the finalists to come on stage for a group picture. This is the end of our award ceremony. Can I have one of those? Now join us for a cocktail right outside the room and see you next time. Thank you very much.